Martin's team is one of the first people to kind of hit you up to pull you up and give you opportunity, right?
A dude named Chill Mitchell.
Yeah.
So y'all look Chill Mitchell. Shout out to Chill Mitchell, man. I don't never talk to him, never see him or nothing, but it always sticks out to me that he reached out to me first and was like, dude, I like what you're doing. I like, the shit Detroit niggas say and the Reggie Bow and all that shit. And he was like, man, I want to put you next to Martin and, bring you into the fold and introduce you to everybody like that.
Man. And Martin's like your favorite comedian growing up, so it has to be some type of
Yeah,
static.
Martin was like my favorite comedic actor. Right? He had a great stand-up special. He was dope on Def Jam, but I was more Tommy Davidson. Tommy Davidson was like the funniest person on the planet to me. Physical comedy, just knowing when to like overplay himself and not take himself seriously. You look at Varnell Hill on Martin, that's like some of the classic. Catfish are delicious, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so then another dude hit me up and was like, I'm a producer, I'm a writer, and I can show you how to write and produce shows and own your own content.
Wow.
And so I was like, I think I like that better than meeting Martin, because if I do it right, I'm gonna meet Martin anyway, right? But this, I think, is something that it was like a fast track. It was like somebody offering me like a golden ticket on Willy Wonka, or like a ticket to Hogwarts. It was like that changed everything. My whole life changed. Like, when this dude really taught me how to package shows, sell shows, and just understanding that any joke that I had, there was possibility for that to be a show or a concept or a movie. So like I started writing like that.
Wow.
And that changed everything for me. Like, I started writing for a lot of TV shows. That opened up the door for me for acting, because like I know, like on Detroiters, they were done with the writers' room, right? Like not with the writers, they was done like adding people to it. It was a small room. They didn't have the budget to add writers, right? And so I said, no, man, I come from, when I graduated Michigan State, I worked in advertising. And so that show was about advertising. And I'm a comedian from Detroit. I got stories, bro. I want to get in the room with them. I knew Tim through my guy Rick Williams from Burn Rubber. They like best friends. So Rick introduced me to Tim a while back. I had my team reach out to Tim, like, man, can I just meet with y'all? Tim was dope enough to let me meet with them.
Wow.
Him, Sam, and I think like Jason Sudeikis, maybe Andrew Singer. Shout out to everybody over at Broadway Video. And they heard my story and they was like, man, we gotta have you. Got me into the writer's room. I developed characters like Ned, like the crackhead at Belle Isle that still meat off niggas' grill.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I created these characters, and they were like, yo, we want you to, we would be honored if you would play Ned. And so it's like the shit just fast tracked me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By understanding, it's like, sometimes it's an opportunity to be great or have fun right now. Then it's an opportunity to be great 15 years from now. And you got to know which one, because it wasn't fun. I feel like, the dude who helped me out, he was white and he wasn't always the nicest to me. And it was like, damn, like, it was very like cutthroat Hollywood type shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was like fucking damn near homeless, living with homies, trying to stick around out there enough, because it was like, yeah, you need to be here and we could do this, but you're not, you know what I'm saying? I was just out there. And so I look back like, man, I probably would have, had a better time chilling with Martin and them, you know what I'm saying? Black people and my idol and, just somebody who I look up to, et cetera, et cetera. But I took the hard route and became legendary on that side of the business.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, I probably sell like 2 shows a year. I'm executive producing shows. I got a show I'm about to start filming in Atlanta that I produced. I'm a producer on a show called Diara from Detroit. You know who Diara is? Diara Kilpatrick from Detroit. I got to get her hooked up with you, man. That's somebody you need to have on your podcast, bro. Cash Doll was on the show. Vezo was on the show. It had like Morris Chestnut, Felicia Rashad. It was on BET Plus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, bro. But I'm a producer over there now, and a writer, and then also, I'm about to be playing around over there with that series. But this is a result of me choosing that avenue versus the avenue that, I don't know. It was like a test. Like,
I talked to Slink Johnson about you before.
that's my dog.
You guys were on Black Jesus together.
Yeah. No. I
Or
wrote
you
on Black
wrote for
Jesus.
it, yeah, but he was in it. Yeah, he was starring in it.
Yeah, I ain't want to do Black Jesus, bro. I had an opportunity. I can't say no names or what happened, but on my birthday when I first got to Hollywood, on my birthday, they sat me down and basically told me to pick a role and read for it other than Black Jesus. So any of the other roles that was like age appropriate for me and all of that. And I read the script, bro, the first script, and it scared me, dog. I was like, bro, they about to do this? Like, have Jesus be a hood nigga? Because them scripts be just, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to be a part of that, bro. That was kind of me up a little bit. And after I watched it, it ended up being very funny. Aaron Magruder and them, they definitely know how to, but like, them early scripts, I was like, bro, I don't think this is going to be accepted well. He was like turning water into Hennessy and shit. And I was like, man, I don't know about all that, bro. And I was new to Hollywood, man. I was so anxious looking around for somebody to try to like make me be a devil worshiper. I was like, they're going to get a nigga. They're going to try to fuck me. I'm about to kill one of these niggas. It just was not
I'm
like
guessing
that at
when
all.
you seen John Witherspoon's on the cast, though, it makes you go like, fuck it. Like, John Witherspoon's doing this
He
shit.
wasn't on the cast at that time.
Oh, when you were getting pitched it?
Bro, they haven't even, they had just sold it. This is like 2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it just went like, what I'm saying? This is like some inside.
Because they ripped it from like a YouTube show.
Yeah,
like originally
yeah.
it was
Well, they didn't
animated.
rip it. They basically turned it into a script. Like it was the same people, you know what I'm saying? Like, Slink was doing it, but, they was like, this was like some like closed door conversation. Like, yeah, bro, you can. I was like, nah, I don't like I don't like this. And then years later, I ended up writing for it in later seasons.
Also, you turned it down initially because you were worried about the backlash.
I turned down acting on it initially.
Yes.
And then I was just afraid that it was just too like blasphemous in my opinion. I just didn't want to be involved. I was like, man, I just got out here, bro. Don't have me on some shit like this. And I feel like I don't know, man. I was like nervous about Hollywood. I didn't know what the was going on for real.
Yeah,
and I just didn't like that. But then later on, I realized like, okay, it was way better than what I thought. So I ended up writing on it later.
I think Brandon T. Jackson, he was on here. He was talking about something similar. He was saying like, because I think he put on like a dress or some shit like that for Big Mama's House too. And then he was all like, shit, I did not know that was going to happen. Like, I didn't know it was going to turn like that. So everybody's so scared because they're so hot. Dudes doing Tropic Thunder, everything. And then it's like you put on a dress and now you're getting critiqued by the community, basically. It's...
Yeah, man, that's crazy,
scary.
bro. Shout out to Brandon T. Jackson, man. That's my guy, man. I saw him at one of these award shows. I was just at, he's doing well, man. He got a BET show. That show with like that rich family and all of that. Brandon, man, is another pioneer from here. I think that I think he had a great career.